Hi there, this video is an old video I have edited. I just want to say this, that it's changed a little bit. So, and if you want to watch it, it's good to watch after the video called Broken Families Make Us Grow. They sort of go together, these two. So, here we go. Hi my dear, gorgeous friends. It's very early in the morning and it's too dark to go milking, so I have some more I'd like to share with you about the broken family, because I wanted to go into depths with how to be a family yourself, because I thought it was, when it came to me, God telling me that let go of your family and become the family yourself. I thought it was very profound and very useful for myself, and so I'm going to share this with you now. And I can just say, in my own life, I mean, I'm still, it's very messed up. It's very, very messed up. My family is very, very messed up, and my relationship to my husband, which has been going on for 30 years, has ended, and we have divided the house into two, so we have each our place to be. And it sounds absolutely stupid and is not easy, but we just don't want to walk the same path. I want honesty and nearness and to be truly who you are. And because otherwise I can't be in a close relationship. And actually I can feel that with other people in my life, if they don't want to be honest with me, and they don't want me to be honest, I don't want to have anything to do with them, really. I just have no interest. It just becomes very awkward, because they want me to play some act or something, and they are playing an act, and it just feels so wrong. So but letting go of each other and loving each other where we are, that my husband wants to do other things with his life and doesn't want to structure his life the same way fundamentally as I do. And I've actually encouraged him for 20 years to really find what he wishes to do with life, what really brings joy to him. Because I wish that, because although you have I mean, if you're living, I think, in an intimate relationship, you need to have basically the same values, otherwise it just doesn't really work. But of course your lives can be very different, and that's beautiful, I think. I just feel my life is getting better and better. The circumstances around me are changing, but I am feeling better and better. So I'm so glad I can share this with you and tell you that the light is shining in you and ahead of you, and if you do what I do, you'll be okay. And of course, don't copy me. That's not what it's about. It's really about finding your own inner voice, and that will guide you, because it's the voice of God, and you'll be fine. I know you will be fine. So I'm really happy I can comfort you, and just, yeah. So yeah, I feel so grateful. So how can you be a family yourself, and what is this all about? It sounds really abstract. Well, the first thing is to really kill the old idea, just kill it, stab it to death. The old idea that if I have a lovely family, I'm safe and I have a good life. It used to be like that thousands of years ago. If you had a good family, you were fine. It doesn't exist anymore. It's old. It's like a worn out old sock. It's worn to bits. You can't use it anymore. It's gone. It's finished. It's an old belief that used to work. The sock was good once. It's no good anymore. So to really tell yourself that it's not the good, healthy family that gives me joy, gives me a good life. It doesn't work that way. and to say that, right, okay, my family's falling apart, I'll just have to accept it, that's the way we are. But really to say, wow, my family is falling apart because it has to. It has to fall apart, so I stop believing in it. I stop leaning on it, because many of us lean on we want the family to be good, and we keep correcting everybody to make them be like we want them to be, and so we can lean on them. It's not healthy. It's stupid. It's bad. It does not give you deep inner joy. So to really say, this belief that I had a good family will give me joy, let it go, and say, now I'm in a situation where my family has fallen apart or is falling apart, and that's because it's happening because I have to be the family. What God wants me to learn is to be my own family, so I can stand straight, erect, and be filled with joy. I mean, it says in the Bible, your joy will be complete. There will be not a shade, a shadow on your joy. Your joy, you will be filled with joy. And we're not talking about a superficial joy. I mean, because having a completely joyful life, sometimes you're sad, sometimes you're angry, it's all part of being human, but you just feel completely good about you and about life. I mean, who wants anything else? So the practice is to say, okay, right, I've been holding on to something, I'm going to let it go, and I'm standing here, feeling all strange, but I will just stay focused and I will trust the process. So I have to be my father, my grandparents, my mother, my children, and if you take the house, there's the pets and the pot plants. I thought that was very funny, being the pot plants, so we'll go through all of them. So being the father is the top of the family. I mean, in the old, just archetypical picture of a father is the controller, is the complete, he has the role of making complete safety. He is the provider and the controller and the masculine love. And to give yourself that is to really have this, to control your life. When things aren't working, the father in you says, okay, right, Katrina, slow down, sit down, have a dance or a sing, and just take some deep breaths and get centered, because you're losing it. That's the father in me, controlling me with love. Not in a harsh, I mean, this is all love. It's the loving, completely loving Father in me, speaking to me. And that's really important to have that part in us. And it makes us feel safe, that we have this controller that says, right, look at yourself, what are you doing? And we'll take the grandparents, or let's take them later. The mother is the feminine controller, you can say, but she's not so much controlling. She's more comforting, and a very soft love. So the mother in me, when I'm feeling really sad, she'll say, "You're doing so well, Katrina. You're such a beautiful person. I love you so much. Look at what you've done. I know it's hard right now, and you've done some stupid things the last few days, and you're all confused, but I love you so much, and you're fine, and come to my embrace and I'll hold you." And that's the mother in me, just really giving me this soft love. And so that's beautiful, to be your own parents. That's all, the whole healing thing. That's the most powerful parts of your family, I think, being your mother and father. So when you've got that right, you've got it all right. But the other ones are really good to notice and think about. How to be the children. You are meant to be the children. It says in the Bible, come to God as a child. embrace the kingdom of God as a child, or you won't be let in. God won't let you in if you're not like a child. And some of the videos I'm showing where I'm singing, dancing around, I just love that. And that, I think, is being the child. Just let it all go, let it all flow, sing and dance and be completely confused and just love yourself. That's being the child. And also being very creative, where the father in you says, okay, I think you should really get the house organized today. But the child might be very strong one day and saying, I just want to do a big painting or do lots of knitting and just be really creative. And when you're in balance, your family is really working well, you'll let the children take control that day, and the father, he'll quieten down a bit, and then the next day he'll say, okay, let's do the cleaning. So the children are all this fun and expression and just letting it all go. And I thought the pets and the pot plants in the home, which if you're sort of seeing yourself as this house, well, the animals are this instinctive. It's the animal in you. You are an animal, but you're a human also. But you have all these instinctive drives, your sexuality, and just being you in all its raw form, angry or sad or just crying your eyes out. That's sort of you can say in a way, the animal in you. But also the animal has this purity. It's so pure. So allowing yourself to be like your pet, I think that's a fun aspect of this, being your own family. And the plants have this purity also, and they have this vegetative state. They stand there, and that's very beautiful, to let yourself be a plant. Just sit there and feel that you're growing. So you might just be sitting here still and you've got no branches, but you are actually, your soul is growing. When you're doing all this healing work, you are like a plant. And what is it that's so beautiful about the plant? It never stops changing. It's always changing because it's always growing. And I love the picture of being like a tree, because a tree is never the same. Every single day it's new, and because it has new little shoots, it's doing something, and it stands still. The plant just stands there, and that's so beautiful. So I have my tea here. So being the pot plant is also important in our little family setup here. The new family, we can call it. And the grandparents, I think, are good to really to have, and they represent wisdom, and also calm and maturity, and also the aged beauty. I mean, a beautiful grandmother or beautiful grandfather who's at peace with themselves. I mean, that is so beautiful and so calming. So there is the grandmother or the grandfather in you who has life wisdom and who has calm and who is not eager to do a whole lot of things because it's done. So they, in a way, are a bit like the plant, sitting there, but they hold this wisdom. And it can also, it's be a bit like the picture of God in you, or the presence of God, because they hold divine wisdom. So connecting with your grandmother or grandfather inside you is just makes the whole thing complete, I think. Your family complete. So when you're really asking for an answer, go to your grandmother and ask, what should I do? I'm really lost here, and I don't really know. And she will tell you. The beautiful, I mean the archetypical and the true form of the grandmother or grandfather. So that was being your own family, and yeah, I love this. It's very helpful for me, and I hope it's helpful for you, to just get this, to let go of the old, leaning on a healthy family, which isn't healthy anyway, letting it go, being much more honest to your spouse, your children, and saying, here I am, and I love you all for what you are, but I want to be honest. I want to live an honest life. And now I'm going to heal myself. And this is an absolutely profound way to step, new steps to take on your healing process, to become your own family and be safe and be well in yourself. So good luck being your own family, and I'll see you soon. Bye.